The death of George Floyd had sparked public outrage as people from all walks of life took their voice into the streets, showing their solidarity against the racial injustices that have been plaguing America up to this very day. Floyd's death sent shockwaves throughout the sporting world and has drawn the attention of the top sports organizations, particularly the NBA. Current and former NBA players have expressed their frustration in the aftermath of George Floyd's tragic passing. Michael Jordan released a lengthy statement over the pressing matter. "I am deeply saddened, truly pained, and plain angry. I see and feel everyone's pain, outrage, and frustration. I stand with those who are calling out the ingrained racism and violence toward people of color in our country. We have had enough." I don't have the answers, but our collective voices show strength and the inability to be divided by others. We must listen to each other, show compassion and empathy, and never turn our backs on senseless brutality. We need to continue peaceful expressions against injustice and demand accountability. Our unified voice needs to put pressure on our leaders to change our laws, or else we need to use our vote to create systemic change. As of June 5th, the Jordan brand has vowed to donate $100 million over the next 10 years to organizations assisting African Americans with social justice and greater access to education. Players like Tobias Harris and Isaiah Thomas took out their sentiments on their respective Twitter accounts. Tobias Harris tweeted, "Heartbroken at this. Bystanders can't go tackle the officer off the man because we know how that would play out. Only one here to help is the officer standing there letting it all happen. Shame." And Isaiah Thomas's tweet wrote, "I'm scared for myself and my black kids with some of these crazy people and cops. I hope to God they don't get into some stuff and the cops come and possibly kill them." Meanwhile, Utah Jazz big man Rudy Gobert also brought out his grievances through social media, taking a swipe at the bad cops that keep tarnishing the reputations of the good ones. He said, "If you let your coworker do that to another human being without trying to stop him or talk him out of it, you are as guilty as he is. Frustrating for the majority of good cops that take a lot of risk doing their jobs the right way every day." Along with many NBA players taking to social media to voice their concerns, a couple of players came out to even lead protests in their respective cities. Players such as Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, and Trae Young. Jaylen Brown, the 23-year-old rising star from the Boston Celtics, drove 15 hours to Atlanta to take part in the protest. Brown, who actually went to high school in Georgia, invited others to join him by posting a message on Twitter saying, "Atlanta, don't meet me there, beat me there, and bring your own signs." He also posted on Instagram, "First and foremost, I am a black man. I'm a member of this community. We are raising awareness for some of the injustices that we've been seeing." Meanwhile, NBA coach Doc Rivers had this to say about the vile act done by the former Minnesotan police officer who took away Floyd's life during the arrest. "My father was a 30-year veteran of the Chicago Police Department, and if he were still with us right now, he'd be hurt and outraged by the senseless act of racial injustice that continue to plague our country. Being black in America is tough. I've personally been called more racial slurs than I can count, been pulled over many times because of the color of my skin, and even had my home burned down. This isn't an African American issue. This is a human issue." If there's one NBA player that has been heavily affected by Floyd's death, it would be the former Golden State Warriors forward Stephen Jackson. Both Floyd and Jackson became good friends when the two grew up in Texas together and shared a tight bond throughout the years. Now that his friend is now gone, Jackson said that Floyd's death will not go in vain and promised to support Floyd's family at all costs. Jackson said during the rally, "We can't love forever, and the hate is coming out and I'm afraid." Jackson said during the rally, "I'm honestly afraid because I know what comes from hate, from us, and I know why y'all are so scared. Because y'all are scared that we're gonna pull you on you. I know why y'all are scared. Y'all have been doing us wrong for so long, and y'all think that karma's gonna hit you right back. But we're going to do this right, and I ain't gonna stop. I don't have no more tears, honestly. I've cried enough. I've cried enough. I'm here for one reason, for my brother's honor." And finally, Lebron James, who is known to be one of the most outspoken sports figures, also didn't hold back by posting a strong message in his Instagram account. He posted a picture divided in half. One side of the picture was Colin Kaepernick, kneeling before the game as a sign of protest against racial injustice and police brutality. The other side of the picture depicts an officer kneeling on the back of Floyd's neck. Below the picture, LeBron wrote the following caption, "Do you understand now? Or is it still blurred to you? Hashtag stay woke.